Alright guys, it's jerninhgam here. The family of a woman that was killed by a crane in London, of a woman was killed, a crane collapsed onto her house below in East London. I don't know her name, but I'm just looking on the news now to see what's going on. At least we know it was a woman that died of a crane in London. Usually it comes up with the name. Named her as a 85-year-old June Harvey. Now there we go. More bad news about jobs. Apparently Boots are going to be cutting 4,000 jobs. 1,300 jobs at risk. And about high risk jobs as well for coronavirus. Taxi drivers are talking about, and shop workers. Talking about a new pilot scheme. The Department of Health says the secondary of people high risk, such as taxi drivers. I mean, taxi drivers see a lot of people every day, that's why they're at risk and stuff. No. Hold on a minute, my things. Headphones are digging in my ears. Sorry about that, guys. My headphones are digging in. I had to readjust my headphones. I think they're alright. Anyway, I don't know what's going on in this world. It's still going crazy. I've got my headphones on. They're still testing on coronavirus in the UK for people's symptoms because it hasn't ended. Some places have, but I'll show you what's going on in the news. There you go. They're doing drive-throughs here as well. See? High risk COVID-19. There's a guy speaking here.
Getting into 80-90%.
You'll hear what he's saying. The numbers are stabilising.
Those extra people. But also, we are seeing an improvement in this programme. And you know, I mean, I've spoken to you, I think, every week about these numbers, and I've complained about the data.
This guy speaks a lot of news, and a lot of people know what the guy is talking about.
It is getting better. We are seeing more numbers, we're seeing more precision. It's good news for us to provide accountability, but it's also really good news because it means they have access to that data. And as we all know, if they can get it and pass it on to local leaders, that could make all the difference in stemming these local outbreaks before they get much bigger.
Roland, thank you very much indeed. And if you want to do a deep dive, Ed Conway, our economics editor, has been looking at the government gathering of text and trace statistics, and you can see that online. The legal battle between the Duchess of Sussex and the Mail has taken...
There's a lot of news on here today.
The Duchess is seeking a court order to try and stop the paper nailing...
I'm drinking some of this. You girls and guys may know what this is. It's Spring Scene 1936 orange juice. Oh, it's quite nice as well. A bit like pure orange juice, but watered down water. So here you go.
In this ongoing legal battle between the Duchess of Sussex and the Mail on Sunday, and the 5 friends that she is now trying to protect their privacy, actually gave an interview to the magazine back in 2019.
You can see my light is at the top of there, reflected on the TV, and the fans spinning around.
Meghan wrote to her father, Thomas Markle, and it's that letter that's at the centre of this court case because it was published by the Mail on Sunday. Now, what's happened in terms of the behind-the-scenes legal toing and froing is that a couple of weeks ago, Meghan's legal team...
There's Meghan and
they named all of these 5
husband.
Now, the newspaper has come back and said, well,
Harry.
we intend to publish their names, which is why Meghan has now gone back to the courts and said, no, you need to protect their privacy. Now, she has put a statement within that court filing. I can read you a section of that now, in which she says, these 5 women are not on trial and nor am I. She goes on to say, each of these women is a private citizen young mother, and each
I
has a
prefer
basic
all
right
these
to
old
privacy. Both the
fashioned
Mail on
houses
Sunday
compared
and the court
to
system
what
have
today
their
is.
names on
It's
a
more
confidential
interesting.
schedule, but for the Mail on Sunday to expose them in the public domain for no other reason other than clickbait and commercial gain is vicious and poses a threat to their emotional and mental
But who knows?
well-being. The Mail on Sunday is playing a media
We're talking
game
about the Mail on
with
Sunday. It's a
real
newspaper.
lives. Now, we have reached out to Associated Newspapers. We're still waiting to see whether or not they are going to respond to this latest movement on this court case. But behind the scenes, speaking to sources close to Meghan, they in essence say that the newspaper has been trying to manipulate the narrative around this court case, but I think it is playing out in a way that we really never see with legal proceedings like this, especially so early on. But I think once again it shows that neither side has any intention on backing down.
Rhiannon, thank you very much indeed. Well, we've been reporting more jobs cuts this morning. The high street pharmacy chain Boots has said it plans to cut more than 4,000 jobs. That's 7%.
Lots of people are losing their jobs because of the coronavirus.
JohnLouis has also announced that it is permanently closing 8 department stores.
JohnLouis is closing as well. That's a shock.
Jobs at risk. In a statement, the chair
Workforce.
of the JohnLouis Partnership,
High streets,
Sharon
pandemic.
White, said closing a shop is always incredibly difficult, and today's announcement will come as very sad news to customers and partners. However, we believe closures are necessary to help us secure the sustainability of the partnership and continue to meet the needs of our customers, however and wherever they want to
Boots
shop.
kind of reminds you of
Redundancies are
Superdrug.
always an
It's a bit
absolute
like
last
Superdrug.
resort, and we will do everything we
You know,
can
you walk into
to
there
keep as
and
many
get your stuff,
partners as
but get all your
possible
shopping
within
and
our
stuff
business.
like hair
Let's go to our
products
business
and
presenter,
face
Ian
creams
King,
and you know,
who's in the city.
shower gels.
And, Ian, job cuts at JohnLouis,
Like
which
Poundland.
is always seen as a model of British retail.
Sky News, the city.
Yes, it has, Adam, but don't forget it's in a very, very exposed part of the retail sector. Department stores have seen a lot of their business migrate online. They've seen
The
a lot
city.
of online competition emerge over recent years, and also don't
The
forget
councillor of
that
Sky
JohnLouis
News
has
says
that
they will
never
be
knowingly undersold
difficult
pleasure
times
online.
ahead.
It promises to
Despite
match
the
prices of
measures to help
competitors.
the
And when you
economy.
bear in mind that it's two
What it
biggest
means by economy, it
competitors
means the
in
people that are
department
working
store
and people
space,
that need
Debenhams
money.
and House of Fraser, both of those have
About the
been
House of
absolutely
Fraser.
united with problems of their own. They've been closing stores, running clearance sales, and of course that's obliged JohnLouis to cut some of its prices as well. So it's a cocktail of factors. Obviously, our bricks and mortar space more expensive.
Lots of people
now
are going to be
anyway,
very
compared
annoyed
with
about
online
this.
when you consider factors such
Losing
as
their jobs,
business
it's their
rates
livelihood
to take into account
at the end of the
as
day.
well. And these are all combining to put pressure on the business, and we're doing so even before the pandemic, which has obviously claimed a lot.
So talk
of
about the
our
pandemic,
street
see?
names already. The likes of TM Lewin being the latest one to go last week. Now the stores that JohnLouis are closing, Adam, there's 8 of them altogether. Includes the
8
two
of them
smallest
altogether at
John
JohnLouis.
Lewis estate, which are the outlets at Heathrow Airport and at St
Talk about
Pancras
Heathrow Airport,
Station
London.
in London. It also includes 4 JohnLouis at home stores in towns such as Croydon and Newbury. But there are
Croydon
2
and
big
Newbury.
full-service department stores going as well at Birmingham and Watford.
Birmingham and
The
Watford.
Birmingham one I think will be particularly eye-opening because of course it was opened by Andy Street, the former managing director of the JohnLouis department store business, who's now the mayor of the Greater West Midlands. So it'd be particularly irritating, I imagine, for him to see that store going on his doorstep. It's part of the Bullring Centre in Birmingham, a massive shopping development which was completely rebuilt a few years ago by the property developer Hammerson, which has had all sorts of problems of its own. So big issues there for JohnLouis. We've just heard, of course, these latest job cuts going at Boots as well. It's not widely appreciated, Adam, that Boots is in terms
So
of
this
the
is
high
what
street
Boots looks
estate
like if
that
you
it
guys
has.
and girls
It
don't know what
actually
it looks
owns
like.
more stores than any other player on the high street, including Tesco. As I say, that's not
Warwickshire,
widely known.
the
I
working
think
force.
It probably comes as a surprise to some people, but obviously the size of that estate means that they're trying to ratchet down on their costs as well. Don't forget that while we always associate Boots with pharmacy products, it does of course play, it has a big cosmetics arm as well, and cosmetics is an incredibly competitive business in which the margins are quite tight. So I imagine that's finding some difficulties as well. This migration online presents all sorts of issues for bricks and mortar retailers. Should point out, by the way, with JohnLouis, they said that prior to the pandemic, their online business accounted for 40% of sales. This year, it's likely to account for 65 to 70%. You can see the direction of traffic. It wouldn't be a surprise in due course to see more bricks and mortar stores being closed as well.
Ian King, thank you very much indeed. He'll be back at lunchtime, of course, talking to the Institute for Fiscal Studies.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me.
Well, let's get more now on
Thanks for catching the next video.
that the pandemic is
And we're going to
having
talk
on
doing the one
jobs
after this.
and
Thank you,
the
Jeremy.
Chancellor's plan to help. Joining me now
Peace.
is
It's very sad
Regional
news.
Secretary of
Shops are
the
closing.
Trades Union Congress,
Anyway, see you next video.
Francis O'Grady.